Hi, I'm Rick Harsch, and this is take 4. For some reason, the camera keeps stopping in the middle of my spiel. Um, and I'm not sure why, but I've got it in the dark now, I'm a little shaded, so maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. But it's an awkward position for me, but I'm willing to do it for you. What I want to talk about today is the deal at coronasamas.press where you can buy David Vardeman's Suggestion Diabolique, his best of 4 of our books, and I throw in free my own The Periplus of Spurtank Road. And I saw nothing wrong with that until I just picked it up now and thought, oh yeah, with an introduction by David Vardeman. So the same guy I'm promoting with this offer is the guy who wrote the introduction, and that made me think about how often us unknowns, relatively unknowns, are accused of helping each other. Can you imagine that as an accusation? I find that a pretty nice thing to do, help other writers. And, when it was done in the past, it was past. Like, Joyce and Beckett say. You also have the obvious ones like Hemingway and Fitzgerald. You have Eliot and Pound, always paired together. Nobody thinks about anything funny. To defend my thesis here, I'll say, what about Bursey and Clark? Do you know them? Well, they both publish with my press, and they're both great writers. So, what's the problem? Well, I think the problem is that because we're still alive, we still belch and fart, and drink and smoke and cause a ruckus every once in a while. Whereas, Beckett and Joyce have let out their last gaseous emissions long ago. I mean, you put them in dirt and not much gas escapes. What gas does escape kills a few maggots, but the rest of the maggots eat the flesh, and then you have bones. Now, we're not boned yet, and I got no maggots. So I think that's maybe the difference. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you David Vardeman's introduction to this book. It's called Monkey See, Man Do by David Vardeman. Here is a satisfyingly complete book that, in true Harschian tradition, Harsch's territory includes outrage at the human species' enduring endemic, ineradicable urge to annihilate, fueled by an inimitable, searing wit, gives Darwinism a spank on its bottom. One premise, as I see it, of the Periplus of Spurtank Road being that we have devolved, not evolved, at least morally speaking, from monkeys. The simian's literate representative is Pagan, a bonnet macaque monkey who, by his genius for mechanical construction, has designed and developed a means of speaking without vocal cords that allows him to communicate with humans. It is evolution by design. He is his own co-creator, and it is a high compliment to us human beings, given what he's witnessed and been told about us, that the sagacious fellow deems us worthy of communication at all. But he has a voice, thanks to his ingenuity, and he must use it. In the course of a long conversation with his chosen human compadre, he not only amuses his barmate Rick with ribald tales of human antics worthy of Chaucer, but recounts horrors witnessed and told by his ancestors. Atrocities committed at the dawn of colonialism, before the Brits put bonnets on the monkeys, by trader, butcher, Da Gama, and his like. This is storytelling with irresistible narrative momentum, but Harsch also folds in rich linguistic romps and micro-poetic riffs that have their own swirling, eddying forces, and all flows together, flowing into one mighty compact river. The physical body evolves and at the same time assumes a moral position, depending on the use to which it is put, which is only to say that the physical and spiritual will always be linked. The question of use always involves its effect on other people, other species, the environment. The missing piece of Darwinism is that it addresses not at all our moral and intellectual evolution, if such can be said to exist. Pagan would say unhappening. It is the genius of this periplus to address all that. This chilling exchange sums it all up. Rick, when the monkeys were watching, did they know what they were seeing? Pagan, we know what we see. Rick, we think we do. That was that. And now a page from the book. So, Pagan reached to my upper thigh and squeezed me to my senses with a hand that no doubt meant well, yet imprinted a vision of a lifelong reminder of our encounter. Francis Day, he said quietly, and I heard it as one hears the tree frog in the hurricane. Francis Day, certainly. But, quiet was delivered attenuate, yet but seconds had passed. I don't even know her name. Whose name? You know who. But I don't know. This is the last name I will provide. Kanagi Nimula Maku. This was the beginning of the smitten Brit defiling the depths of animate Indian humanity. Brit oafs oblivious, panting, calculate, and deadly. Did Pagan know how they met? I do not. He chose the site of Francis Day, chose the site of Fort St. George, that it be adjacent to her village. Her family? Her childhood beside the great sea? Her Silaparikaram? The dance of her mother, the quotidian returns of her father, the endurance of her brother? Of all this I know nothing. Even now, my brother Rick, even now of all this you know nothing, and of all we spoke you know all, yet you know nothing. He glanced at my empty glass, at his empty glass. He began to rise, and I swiveled to look at the mapped man, who was glaring at me with radiant maleficence, turning back when I felt the hand of a bonnet macaque on my upper arm. He gently, while nearly crushing my triceps, guided me over the wall where he arranged me facing him, perhaps a foot lower than I was, looking up into my face. That's just a little bit of it. You buy Vardeman and you get this free. Which one will you like better? I don't know. One's a novel and the others get 4 novellas that are as long as that novel. So, well, see what you think. I'm going to go before the camera stops. I guess it was the sun that was doing it because it's not going off now. Take care. I love some of you. Some of you hate me. I don't know why. I don't know why. I want to know why. That's all before I die. I just want to know why. Goodbye.